My name is John Schmid, and I'm an economics journalist with the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. I'm on the Hainan Island, which is a tropical part of southern China, working on a story about the globalization of the paper industry. It's a project that actually began in Wisconsin, nowhere near China at all, and it began because Wisconsin, to this day, remains the leading producer of paper in the United States. What's interesting about Wisconsin is it's got literally an ink on paper economy, which seems like an anomaly. It seems precarious in an age of the iPad and Google. And that's what got us started on this project. An industry that's been thriving in Wisconsin for well over 100 years, but the mills have been closing in an age of rapid technological change. But that's not the only change that's been affecting the paper industry. When we started visiting mills in Wisconsin, we very quickly learned that people are talking increasingly about China. China overtook the United States in 2008 as the world's biggest producer of paper. While Wisconsin mills have been closing, China's been adding mills. And that's had a lot of people scratching their heads in Wisconsin. According to the statistics, China per capita has very few trees. And many of the folks in Wisconsin have been wondering how China can make paper. Well, that's a really interesting question. China has had to innovate like crazy. The forest I'm standing in is a commercial timberland that was planted not very many years ago at all. These trees behind me are less than 7 years old, and yet they're towering basically 30 feet high. They're a species of eucalyptus tree that were crossbred for maximum growth and pulp yield. They actually make excellent pulp for paper. In Wisconsin, a logging operation consists of thinning organic natural forests where you have natural slow growth hardwoods that have been there for 40 to 60 years. The breakneck growth in China has raised a whole lot of questions. Politicians in Wisconsin and in the United States accuse Chinese paper mills of dumping their paper in the United States at below market costs.
So I brought Democrats and Republicans together to put sanctions on China now.
And the Beijing government illegally subsidizing the growth of the Chinese paper industry. So these are the questions that we're going to look at. It turns into a fascinating, counterintuitive globalization story. We're glad that the Journal Sentinel went all the way to China for this story, because had we done the whole story in Wisconsin, there's no way we could have gotten the same perspective that we're getting here.